Am I live? Am I live? Is it working? Is the things going? Yep, we are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are fucking live. Hell yeah, we are live. All right, NXT, ladies and gentlemen. What a show. Actually, what an actual show. This is how a show should be, personally. Coming off the backs of Money in the Bank. And let me tell you something, it wasn't at the end. That's what I think of Solo Sikoa right now. That's what I think of Solo Sikoa, okay? That's what the Money in the Bank main event did for me. That 3-on-3 tag team match put me to fucking sleep. This, at the end, Ethan Page, spoiler alert, is your new NXT champion. Let's go. Trick Williams did not get pinned to lose. I'm fine with that. Like, absolutely fine. This is what, and you know what? This just shows AEW could have done better with this man, and it just shows right here, right now. Oh, by the way, FYI, I'm supposed to be this AEW shill, right? I'm supposed to say, Ethan Page shouldn't win the championship. Yeah, no. Okay, Ethan Page, all ego, all day long. He should have been champion from the get-go in fucking AEW. Tony Khan's got to be rolling in somewhere. Rolling, because that's another ball that he dropped. Personally. Dropped a ball. Sean Spears tonight, too. That was another one. That was another talent that honestly they dropped the ball with. Literally, no joke. They like I'll call out AEW for their shit. Those two talents right there, they dropped the ball with. Personally, literally, Sean Spears and all Ethan Page. Sorry, English hard today. I apologize I didn't do a review of Collision last night. I was just super tired, man. I got up this morning. I knew I had to do a Money in the Bank review. A lot of you are not watching it, so it's okay. My channel's not being put out there in the ether for some fucking reason. Just not put out there in the ether, so it is what it is. But we're going to talk about NXT Heatwave, man. Like, the right move was made tonight. I thought it was perfect. I can't believe Trick lost. You know what? All Etho Page. I was cool with that. All ego. I'm cool with that. I knew that they were going to have the young 20-year-old take the pin somewhere. It was either going to be Sean Spears just to give him that, just to give it to him, or it was going to be all ego Ethan Page. I was surprised. I wasn't surprised. I knew that was coming somewhat, somehow. But you know what? Trick will get it back. Trick will claim that he didn't get pinned. He'll get it back somewhere down the road. Or Trick goes to the main roster. You know what? I'd be okay with either way. But where does he pencil in? Because they have done nothing with Carmelo Hayes, really. But we'll see what they do with Trick. I think Tricky's going to be fine. I think they're going to have a few going forward with him. I wasn't really surprised they lost the belt. Ethan Page came in. They have to do something with him. They have to do something with him. All ego Ethan Page. You know what I mean? And before somebody tells me I'm an AEW fanboy, well, let me tell you this. I don't know what you're seeing me being an AEW fanboy. I've been praising the whole idea of all ego Ethan Page being champion. I've said this for a minute. Now, I'm not turning on Trick Williams, but I see the vision why they made him have him lose, why they stacked the cards against him. Now they could set the storyline for months and months and months, and you can have Trick Williams come back here in some type of faction in a big feud and win the belt again. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that. I would have been okay if Sean Spears won it, to be honest with you. I thought they were gonna go safe. They were gonna keep it on Trick Williams, as you guys. I thought the young 20-year-old was going to win too. Well, they set you up that way. They made him look really good. See, this is where WWE does better in the wrestling department. They set you up, put line and sinker. They made people believe tonight that the young 20, I really thought he was really impressive. Like, the future is bright in AEW, or sorry, NXT. Sorry. The future is bright. I thought this was better. I thought Heatwave was better than Money in the Bank. If I have to see Solo Sikoa again, I'm just going to do this. Look, guys, I've been doing this all my reviews. I've said this all week long about Solo Sikoa. You ready for it? You ready? Oh, wait. The match over? Match over. Oh, Solo Sikoa won. Oh, let me go back. That's what Solo Sikoa does for me, man. Solo Sikoa is so boring. I'm sorry. This new bloodline. Puts me to sleep. It does. I want Roman back on my television. I can't stand Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa cannot wrestle to save his ass. John Cena put this man over, and he's been god-awful. Sorry to tell you this. God, when I watch a solo match, I'm just like... Oh, wait. Solo's doing something? Oh, he's doing something. Oh. Wow, Solo Sikoa actually has a shitty spear. Oh. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of the new bloodline. I love the Guerrillas of Destiny. I love Jacob Fatu. He was a monster in MLW, but in WWE right now, from the small window that I've seen, it's not great. It's not good. Roman Reigns needs to be back. You could see the quality difference. That's all I'm saying. You could see the quality. Anybody here that will watch my review, comment down below. Don't you agree with me? The quality difference sucks. You can tell there's a drop-off. It's like watching... No, I'm going to say this. It's like watching the champs, the Boston Celtics, and I know I'm a Lakers fan. I'm about to say this. And then watching a shitty team. What team are you going to go watch? Are you going to go watch? You're going to go watch the Celtics because they're more interesting. That's what I'm saying about fucking Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is that talent that you just sit back and you're just like, what the fuck am I watching? You cannot wrestle. I want John Cena to go out at top as a 17-time champion. I think a lot of people do. We'll see what they do with them. I'm fascinated how they're going to book his 2024. That just scared the shit out of me, and that was my toothbrush falling off my desk. My cleaning toothbrush. Jesus. This mic picks up everything. Fucking, I just jump scared. Holy shit. Anyway, we'll see what they do with John Cena. I'm fascinated to see 2024 into 2025 what they're going to do with him. I would love to see... I'd like to see him in some good feuds. Heatwave tonight. I thought Lola Vice. I'm going to say this real quickly. Lola Vice impressed the hell out of me tonight. Like, that's how a women's match should be. They botched at the end, though. The pop rocks over and over and over again. I will be honest with you guys, like, that there was a botch. And it looked like Lola Vice hit the rope and got knocked the fuck out. But Lola Vice, man, she'll be back. Trust me, she'll be back in that championship match. I'll tell you, she impressed the hell out of me. I honestly will tell you guys straight up tonight that this women's match was great. This is how a women's match should be. There was a storyline, hook, line, and sinker. I was invested, and good on Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez is the shit. She's the best heel NXT has. Lola Vice is good shit. I love the story going in. It's not Lola's time. This is her first time being there, and I knew she wasn't going to win being there for the first time. Give her time. Let her build up her character a little bit. They're going to kayfabe this broken arm injury into something, and I think it's going to be a good thing for her. I do see Roxanne Perez losing the belt sooner than later. I could see Roxanne Perez losing it during SummerSlam weekend. I could see that. And I could see her being up on the main roster, too. Because Roxanne Perez is good shit. I think Triple H will literally treat her very, very well when she does go up on the main roster. Speaking of Roman Reigns, I do hope to see him by SummerSlam. I know Roman Reigns is going through some shit. Shout out to the Roman Reigns family. Sorry for your loss. I would like, to see you back, Roman, on television, because right now, your rest of your blood family is not doing it for me. And I'm sorry. It's just not doing it for me. Like this Bloodline 2.0, you know what it is? I want to go to bed when I see it. Sorry to tell you. It's like that minor league team. Yo, what's up, Charlie? Hope you're doing well, homie. New champion tonight. All ego, Ethan Page, man. Drop the ball AEW with that character, man. Same with Shawn Spears. Did you guys see tonight? Shawn Spears, Ethan Page looking really good tonight. Honestly, those are two talents that AEW dropped the ball on, and now All Ego Ethan Page is now champion. Go figure. Now, I think Trick Williams will get the belt back because Trick Williams, I don't think they want to put him on the main roster. I wanted Jay to win the Money in the Bank yesterday. Yeah, you know, a lot of people did. A lot of people wanted Jey Uso to win it. A lot of people wanted LA Knight. I knew what they were doing. And can I say this? Maybe you guys feel the same way as me. I don't know if anybody here feels the same way. Drew McIntyre, let's talk about it real quick. I thought they should have done more at the press scrum. Is that just me? I thought he should have literally DDT'd Adam Pearce. If they were going to do the whole brawl out situation or like kayfabe it, right? If they were going to do the whole kayfabe thing, right? Then I wish they would have set it up to where Drew McIntyre did lose the Money in the Bank. He got beat up, bloodied, and then turned around, went backstage, and started beating up whoever he could find until he got to Punk. I thought that would have been better. But instead, they kind of rushed it a little bit to me. But this whole Drew McIntyre, this run by Drew McIntyre, I get why WWE re-signed him. I totally understand it. I get it. He is literally right now carrying WWE as far as Monday Night Raw goes. What's up, Alvin? How you doing, buddy? Is Drew truly suspended? Kayfabe-wise, yes. I think they'll suspend him kayfabe-wise. They'll bring him back before SummerSlam or second week. It's all kayfabe. It's all story, baby. It's all good stuff. Drew McIntyre is good shit right now. I think it's the best stuff he's done in his career. Drew McIntyre is the shit. Love him, hate him. I get why WWE kept him. Now, I will tell you guys this one. If you guys are watching the show, I will tell you guys, AEW dropped the ball with two wrestlers tonight on Heatwave. Let's start with Shawn Spears, and let's start with All Ego Ethan Page. They dropped the ball. Two characters right there. Boom, boom. Two that looked really fantastic. Ethan Page, your champion. That's right for business. I will say that. I know a lot of people in my audience are Trick Williams fans. I love Tricky. Don't get me wrong. All Ego Ethan Page, I wanted him to go over tonight, kind of. He was my number two. He was my dark horse of the match, honestly. I didn't do any predictions, but I would have told you he would have been my dark horse pick. Hey, Revs, good to see you back. See you again, buddy. Hell yeah, buddy. I am just trying to get over fucking being fatigued. The medicines they have me on have me fatigued. That's why you guys saw me didn't do a SmackDown review or a Collision review. Now, I'll tell you about Collision, and here's my thing. I do like Adam Page right now. Adam Page right now is, honestly, his new outlaw gimmick is great. Bloody fantastic. I don't care who else tells me different. He looks different. He feels different. This guy could become champion, and you could see Danielson getting screwed out of it. Or you could see Danielson overcoming and winning his first ever heavyweight championship, but who knows? Or they go yeah, exactly. Exactly. I agree with you, Alvin, there. I'm an Ethan Page fan. I said AEW dropped the ball with him real quick. And you know another person I think they should sign, and I'm going to say this, WWE should sign from AEW if they want to throw him in NXT, and I know he's older talent, Scorpio Sky. I think NXT, and this is my personal opinion, I think if Scorpio Sky's contract's coming to an end, he's looted on Lakers Nation that he's not happy. So why not have him walk into NXT, right? And you can have him be Ethan Page's guy, and they can relaunch what they did in AEW, but better. But better. True that. He's 4 years left. He has 4 years left for Scorpio Sky. There's 4 years left on Scorpio Sky's contract. That would be just that's unfortunate if that's the case. Or are you saying Scorpio Sky's got 4 years left? I would like to see Scorpio Sky somewhere winning belts. I think perfectly NXT would work perfect for him. You bring him in, you have him under Ethan Page. You don't need Scorpio Sky to win championships for me to go, oh man, this guy's great. Scorpio Sky was great. It's just unfortunately, right now on AEW, they're doing nothing with him, and it's absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd to me. And that's the drop of the ball of Tony Khan. And these are some things I do say about Tony Khan that I feel they dropped the ball. First and foremost, I saw an article the other day on AEW, and it was like the characters they're thinking about bringing in. First of all, Mustafa Ali, what do you do with him? Is he really a needle pusher? Does he push your roster? Ricochet, I'm a little bit on the fence with Ricochet, because Ricochet, honestly, for AEW, and I know I'm talking about AEW in an NXT review, but this article was fascinating to me, and it's like, I don't think Ricochet would make your roster better. I just don't see it. I think Ricochet would still be in the same position as he was in WWE. Maybe just a little bit better in AEW, but I don't see him making the waves like that. Dijak, I just don't see it either. Like, these are talents that there's a reason why WWE got rid of them. Maybe Mustafa Ali, Mustafa Ali was believable towards the end, but I just don't see him making those waves in AEW like that. And another one, they're saying Shane McMahon. It's all rumor at this point. It's speculation. I just don't see Shane I think people will be interested within the first few weeks of him being in AEW, but I don't see, like, I think the shine and the luster would just be done with him after a few weeks. I just AEW needs to work on building their current talent instead of bringing in more and more talent. You know what I mean? Like, just work on what you have. That's what makes WWE great, is when they build behind what they got. Like Ethan Page, they're going to build around this guy. Ethan Page will be on your main roster, I say, about 8 months' time from now. And I see him already on SmackDown. I see him, if you have Cody Rhodes hold that belt for that long, I could see him going after Cody Rhodes real soon. I could. Trick Williams, I could see Trick Williams going to the main roster in about 8 months' time. I could see that too. Tonight, Suroku, honestly, that North American Championship match, the women's side, that's how you do it. That's how you book a match. That's how you book a match. They both went out and they were warriors. They both killed each other. Seriously. Let me go into my notes here. Let me get into that women's match. Jordan, right? Jordan and Sirocco, right? That's how you do it. That's how you book. That's how you do the things. Trick Williams is a stud. Oh, I agree with you. Trick Williams is great shit. It's just, unfortunately, I knew when they put the 20-year-old in there, right? I knew for instance they were going to bury him, or they were going to have somebody pin him and make it convincing, and then that was Ethan Page for sure. That was spreaded by Vince Russo. That what you're reading on Google, that was spreaded by Vince Russo on the don't believe everything you hear. I'm going to tell you guys in my audience, don't believe everything you hear. Anything that comes from Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff, any of these people, don't take it serious. Don't believe everything you read or see, especially when it comes to the dirt sheets. I would say Vince Russo is a funny individual, honestly. I wouldn't worry about it. Vince McMahon's in his own dealings right now. Vince McMahon's taking all of his shares and trying to, get out of legal financial trouble and shit like that with all the lawsuits that's going on with him. But I wouldn't believe everything you read online. That was a Vince Russo rumor, or Vince Russo on his show with EC3 and Dr. Chris whatever, and they were basically saying, wouldn't it be something that I think Shane McMahon wants to come back and wrestle. I think Shane McMahon wants to have one last go. This is my belief. I think Shane McMahon got screwed at the end, and I think he got hurt. I think they didn't really want to re-sign him in WWE, and the shit went down with his father. I think Shane McMahon wants to have one last run before it's all said and done. I don't see his brother-in-law, Triple H, really wanting him. He's not really like something they don't need Shane McMahon. Honestly, Triple H does not need Shane McMahon. The dude had hair. I don't know. I watched Collision. I didn't pick up on that. I didn't really pick up on that. And if it is Ricochet, then is that a manager, or is that wouldn't that be Mustafa Ali? If they're doing a hologram thing. If the only person I can think of that does holograms. Oh man, it's tough. The only people I know that does holograms like that would probably be Mustafa Ali. Who has hair that's long? God, that's tough. Who got released from WWE recently or NXT? It could be either way. I wouldn't know. I mean, I seen it somewhat on the AEW television, but I just didn't really think much of it. It could be. No wrestler comes to mind that has long hair. Maybe Dijak. Maybe Dijak's wearing a wig or something. I don't know. That's crazy. I wouldn't know. Speedball Mike Bailey. Could be. Mike Bailey would be interesting. But I have to a lot of you that want these high flyers in AEW, are these guys needle pushers, honestly? Are they, like Ricochet? I know a lot of people are excited for Ricochet in AEW, right? And I love Ricochet. I love Prince Puma. I loved him in Lucha Underground. But I feel that I feel like he'll be a step above in AEW. Not by much. I think he'll be in the same position as WWE, but I'm going to say this. We'll wait and see on that one. I do want to see Ricochet be put in good feuds, though. That's the one thing. I do hope AEW books him properly. I don't want to see him get booked and then thrown off to the side. Triple H does not need Shawn Michaels, but Shane McMahon, Triple H. No, Triple H does not need Shane McMahon. Okay, I read that wrong. Shane McMahon, but Shane McMahon needs Triple H. I don't think Shane needs Triple H. You're seeing it. I really don't. I think Shane McMahon wants money, and he wants to be booked properly. If we're really gonna go there, if you really want to go there, Shane McMahon wants good booking, and he wants to be booked properly. I think he got a raw deal in WWE towards the end. Well, supposedly Shane McMahon has talked to wrestlers within AEW, and then that supposedly was debunked. And then there's pictures online of him and Mercedes Moné, and they had a long discussion at an LaGuardia airport about coming into AEW and what that would be like. So, to you guys, to me, I wouldn't care either way if Shane McMahon shows up in AEW. I just know Shane McMahon got a raw deal in WWE at the end. And I know him and his dad did not see eye to eye. And I know Triple H would not. I don't think Triple H would bring Shane McMahon as a talent. He would bring him in as like a Stephanie McMahon. Come on in, chant, do your thing. Shane McMahon wants to wrestle. I think Shane McMahon wants to have one last go. Where does Shane McMahon fit in the AEW roster? That's a hard one. That's a hard pill for me to swallow on that one. It would be international champion maybe, or All-Atlantic maybe. If you want to put him there, I would say lower mid-card. I wouldn't have him go and take main card belts. Because if you have him come in and take main card belts, right, then you're going, well, you basically, Tony Khan's playing his cards. It wouldn't make any sense. So I would say lower tier card for Shane. Now, if Shane wants to go over and possibly make Ring of Honor a better brand, then I could see him as champion over there because they really have nothing going on over in Ring of Honor. A storyline with the Elite, maybe? Yeah, I could see that. I could see the storyline with the Elite. Maybe he comes in as Team AEW. I can also see Tony Khan doing this, and this is one thing I've said on the record, and I'm probably going to get flack for it. I could see Tony Khan making Shane McMahon high up in office. I could. I really could. I could really see Shane McMahon being on the board of something on AEW. I could. Really. I really, really could see Tony Khan giving up some type of power to Shane McMahon. I could. I'm not going to go as far as like Vince Russo's going and saying, oh, Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon. I don't think that's the case. I think Shane wants to wrestle. Shane has alluded to wanting to be back in wrestling. WWE doesn't seem like they're interested in him. But that just makes no sense to me why Triple H wouldn't be interested in his own family. But I think he's trying to stay far away from the McMahon name. I think he really is for bad juju's with WWE. So I could see him over in AEW. Sirocco tonight, man. Tell you that, Ruko. I can tell you right now, and I'm butchering her name over and over again, but my bad. And Jordan, what a match for the North American Championship. Is it just me, or do I feel like the main roster should have an Intercontinental belt for the women and just get rid of that tag team championships? Like, just take them away. They're garbage. Just have another singles title. Do what AEW is doing with the TBS championship. Have maybe an international belt or something over at in WWE for the women, and just let them go after the second-rate belt. I'm fine with that if they book it right. They don't need those tag team belts. Those women tag team belts, I don't even know why they're still floating around in WWE, to be honest with you. I find that shit hokey pokey. You don't have a lineup for that. And to me, it just feels like it's falling flat. This North American match, man, was great. Fantastic. Chef's kiss. I was cool with it. Suroku literally impresses me every time she goes out. I know some people are going to be like, well, she's not that great because she was gymnastic, but her moves with the gymnastic stuff is working. The storylines with her. Again, no Nikki Lyons. I don't know what's going on, Nikita Lyons. No Nikita Lyons today. I was really surprised by that. I know she just came off an injury. She should be in prominent storylines, personally, but we didn't see her there. Now, I would honestly tell you, Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus Chase U, man. I feel like the Rich Holland thing was a mistake, getting rid of him. I think they would have been champions tonight. Axiom and Nathan Frazier, man, good shit. Good shit. I will tell you guys all day as far as NXT goes. When watching this match, Axiom, bro, WWE want to turn him up, put him on speed, or put him on the main roster right now. Axiom is good shit, man. Axiom could turn into a high flyer and then do regular wrestling. High flying, regular wrestling. And I've said this too. If they want to start doing that high flying stuff like WWE does, what they like AEW does, what they could do, and I've said this before, and I know I'm going to get booed and hissed for this. I think Pentagon could literally go over to NXT and rock the place with his brother. I know their contracts are about to expire. I know Penta's headed to WWE. I wouldn't be mad if he went over to WWE. He'd be treated a little bit better. I think personally you could pencil him into the LWO. You could bring him in, put him in with Dragon Lee. You can make moves on speed. We have not seen Pentagon Jr. in his full habitat, his full potential. AEW's only giving you half of that. And like in Lucha Underground, he was more than meets the eye. And I think WWE would treat him better. That's just me. I just like last night at the press conference, reporters asked Triple H a question about McMahon dealing in any like total shutdown or them down. Again, I didn't watch the presser. I mean, outside of the John Cena stuff to hear what John Cena felt. And I agree with what John Cena said last night. He wants good storylines. In the last year of being in WWE, he just wants to be treated right. He wants to go out in style. I'm okay with that, personally. I'm happy Britt Baker's back. So am I. I'm grateful Britt Baker's healthy. Mini strokes are no joke. I know Frankie Muniz went through it. I've had a few family members that have had mini strokes. That shit's no fun. It's for the birds. And in fact, I'm glad she's healthy. Sorry, I'm belching a little bit. My bad. I just had dinner, like towards the main event at the end of. It was kind of like a chuck beef with raviolis. Oh, good, dude. It was so good. I know. I was porking out on some food. And I made sure to drink that down with. Yes, I know some of you are gonna go, oh my god, that's disgusting. But a nice, beautiful sweet tea. Nice sweet tea. It was good. It was so delicious. Been losing weight again, so there's that. I've been losing weight hardcore this week, so it's pretty nice. Axiom Nathan Frazier defeat Chase U. Honestly, that's the right move to make. Axiom and Nathan Frazier is good stuff. I am all for it all day long. Women's North America champion. I kind of opened it up this show with it. Roxanne Perez is the shit, man. If you guys are sleeping on Roxanne Perez, man, I don't know what planet you're on. Roxanne Perez is the shit. Transcend her. Lola Vice, I mean, this is her first time being in main event status outside of Battlegrounds. Give Lola Vice some time. She's got great character work. They both complement each other. Lola Vice will be an NXT champion eventually, just not today. And Lola Vice is really good, and I could see her on the main roster. Her and Natalia did great work. This match, 3 pop rocks, and at the end, there was kind of a botch. Kind of a scary botch, because you could see when she went and did the pop rocks, and me and Josh were talking about this back and forth. Josh was chatting with me in the chat and saying that you could see her head snapping back, and it just felt like Enzo Amore hitting the bottom rope. And I don't know if that was kayfabed or that was real, but when Lola Vice, you could see Lola, there was nothing there with Lola Vice. She was dead of the world. Hopefully they check her out and it's not a concussion, but man, damn. One hell of a match. I really thought Lola Vice was dead when she went for the pop rocks on the fucking table and the table didn't break. I thought at first, I was like, holy shit, she's dead. This is what's happening. She's dead. But Vic Joseph, can we just say Booker T and Vic Joseph? I can't tell you guys enough. Commentary, man, is everything to me. And Vic Joseph and Booker T work very well together. I'm sorry to tell you this. And it's better than right now. And I'm going to tell you, I'm actually really, really getting in. I'm really getting into the whole Vic Joseph and Booker T on commentary. It's better than falling asleep listening to Nigel McGuinness and Tony Schiavone. I'm sorry to tell you, if you're going on the AEW side, I like Tony Schiavone and I like Nigel, but man, they need to shake up the announcers on AEW television, man. It is not good. It's when they bring Jim Ross in for these matches, and you could tell Jim Ross was pepped up and pumped. That's how I liked that during the pay-per-view for Forbidden Door. That's how you do it when you bring in fucking Jim Ross. Jim Ross was on a whole nother level. I don't know if Jim Ross needs to be this all the time. If this is gonna be the last year of Jim Ross, bring him in and have him do this. I would be more interested. I was more interested in Jim Ross, honestly, doing commentary for one match on fucking Forbidden Door. And Vic Joseph and Booker T just sell me to matches, man. Like, these two dudes are great. But the problem with AEW is they're I don't know if it's just me. I feel like, honestly, and I'm going to say this, I honestly think their commentary teams need to change. They need to make them more. You'll see me later? All right, buddy. I'll see you later, homie. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. I do, too, agree with John Cena. Yeah. I think everybody agrees with me when it comes to John Cena. John Cena is great shit. It's just John Cena. I hope they give him one good year and hopefully he wins something and we can all cheer when it's all said and done. Alexis King issuing a challenge for Tuesday night. Alexis King, that's another AEW talent that they, Brian Pillman Jr. that they butched. And I really like Alexis King over on AEW television. Or, sorry, NXT. Sorry, my bad. Then we get to the final match of the night. We're going to talk about a little fatal four-way. Ethan Page defeating Javon Evans, Sean Spears, Trick Williams. I know a lot of people are a little disappointed Tricky lost, but Javon Evans was going to be your scapegoat. He was literally going to be pinned tonight. That was just a fact. That was just a fact of life. That was just happening. And Javon Evans, man, up and coming talent, just proved to you literally what NXT's trying to do, and literally their farm system, they're in good hands. I think Triple H honestly is doing the right thing, and this is where AEW does need to have some talent. You know, somebody to help grow talent. Here, I'm gonna... Sorry, guys. I had to blow my nose for a second. That's pretty much it for NXT tonight. I mean, really, the matches of the night, I would tell you. I mean, they had some pre-show stuff. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to the pre-show stuff. Who pays attention? Megan Morant and Sam Roberts basically doing the pre-show stuff. Lola Vice was interviewed. The whole Chase U thing, it was kind of just filler. Cameron Petrovich versus Anna Grace defeating JC Jane and that, or Juicy Jane. Good match to kick off Heatwave. But again, then it set up the feud between Cameron Petrovich and Rihanna Grace. Tanya Grace. I'm hoping I'm saying her name right. But like I said before, I mean, I'm going to tell you guys, there's a beginning, middle, and end. Like, people say, like, nobody really watches NXT. Like, what fast blows my mind, most of my community does not watch NXT. You should be watching NXT. Seriously. I see none of the big names covering NXT. Outside of maybe Wrestle Talk and a few others. But watch NXT. NXT is going to start being on Sci-Fi next week. Or American Bash is going to be on Sci-Fi because they're moving from USA to the CW this fall. And let me tell you guys something. More and more people are going to watch. And I'm going to tell you, the CW gets views. I'm going to tell you this now. So AEW better be prepared to start losing they're going to lose some rankings in the viewership side. But again, I don't talk about views and stuff like that. It comes down to what you like per week and watching the wrestling. I don't really get into that fucking politicking shit when it comes to wrestling stuff. And I want to address that real quick. I have a lot of friends that will message me, and I love my friends and I love people in general. But guys, you think I give a shit about views? Like, I laugh at people, man. Like, enjoy the wrestling show. Stop talking about views. Stop talking about the bullshit. Oh, this section of fans didn't show up to a wrestling event. Like, people have lives. Really irritates me when people ask me about AEW shit, and it's like, all you want to do is go on about negativity, and it's like, guys, AEW is rebuilding. AEW is taking their time. They're actually building storylines now. You guys got to start being happy for what you're getting and what you're receiving. I just find it interesting how some of you sit back, like the other day in another stream, a friend of mine was sitting there going, "Oh, did you hear me on it?" And I'm like, "Look, dude, I hear you, but I'm not willing to listen to the stupidity. I know you think I'm an AEW fanboy, you think I'm a shill, whatever. But at the end of the day, it just gets annoying when I have to listen about AEW all the time. It's like if there was a wrestling promotion for views and ratings, that would actually kill all wrestling events and stuff like that. Seriously. And at the end of the day, like I've been saying before, it's like I watch all the shows, man. There's not one that I don't like. I thought Heatwave was better than Money in the Bank. I've said that. That's my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion. That's okay. I don't expect people to like my opinion. But that's how I feel. When it comes to AEW stuff, AEW is trying their hardest. They're trying to rebuild. They're trying to do what they need to do. I think some people need to be patient. They're bringing in talent. They have to. Most of their roster's injured. They have to. Ricochet has to. They have to bring in Ricochet. You can't. You just cannot have this man on your roster. What are you gonna have Ricochet go to TNA? No, you're not. And why would Ricochet leave WWE and not re-sign? If that was all the case, then he would have just re-signed with WWE. Sorry, I had to scream at my dogs. Anyway, let me get out of here. I love you guys. Honest review of NXT Heatwave tonight. Honestly, I was very impressed with the tag team match, with the 3 title matches tonight. Ethan Page being champion, best for business. To be honest with you, if I had to give it a score, it's a decent show. I thought it was a step above Money in the Bank. NXT, more people should be watching. Trick Williams is good shit. Sean Spears is good shit. Rich Holland's good shit. Chase U's good shit. Suroko's good shit. Honestly, if you're going to watch the show personally, I would say watch it. It's literally a 7.75 for me. I give it a tier up from yesterday's Money in the Bank, where the main event just literally, no joke, I'm sorry to tell you this, and I said it in my other review, Solo Sikoa puts me to fucking sleep. And it's not even funny anymore. He is boring. He is dog water, okay? I would rather go watch paint dry than watch a Solo Sikoa match anymore. John Cena put him over. People have tried to put him over. He is not good, period. Point blank. You can't tell me different. This new bloodline, honestly, they should be putting championship belts around these guys, making them look prominent. They don't. The Gorillas of Destiny you brought in. Jacob Fatu should be the leader. Jacob Fatu is good shit. They've watered him kind of down a little bit in my eyes than his MLW stuff. In my and maybe I'm just being impatient. But Jacob Fatu should be farther along. I don't think he should have been part of this part of the bloodline. I've said that to people. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? And then you're gonna bring Hikuleo in. What, to be on the other side or be part of this bloodline? Makes no sense to me. And then you want to change Solo Sikoa's name to something else. Like, to me, that's absolutely absurd. When Solo Sikoa cannot wrestle, like, I'm sorry, Solo Sikoa cannot wrestle, period, point blank. He's boring to me. He puts me to sleep. What, Samoan Spike and a fucked up spear? Like, he botched a spear the other night. Go watch a Braun Breaker and a spear, and then go watch a fucking... Like, that was another thing I said last night in my Money in the Bank. Like, why the fuck do we have Sami Zayn still winning? And it's like, boy, they like the Rocky shit. Anyway, my name is Rev Sauce. This show was great. I enjoy NXT. I'll be watching this week, having a review out again for you guys. I love NXT. Can't wait for it to be on the CW. It's going to Sci-Fi eventually. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to get back with some game streaming, and I'll see you over in the game stream.